Dogecoin to the moon as we continue to see things building behind the scenes. It is of course easy right now if you are someone who's skeptical to wonder what's going to happen, to maybe think it will not come to fruition, the big Dogecoin spike that we have been looking forward to for a while. But if that is your mindset, being negative and not looking at the full picture, then you of course are likely going to miss the massive wave as we now have more energy than really arguably we've had in months building for Dogecoin with Elon Musk buying Twitter, and there's actual stats to back it up. Take a look at this. Dogecoin will accumulation, this article coming in from analyticsinsight.net, is surging drastically thanks to Elon, talking about how him purchasing Twitter for $44 billion. By the way, technically that deal has not gone through yet. That has led to a new jolt in energy that is statistically showing in the form of whales coming in and participating in the community. Then we also have this cool piece of information here. Doge price prediction for 2022. This is coming in from analyticsinsight.net. They are predicting the price of Dogecoin, which is currently hovering around 13 cents and has had some sideways trading action. They are predicting this. By the end of 2022, although Dogecoin's value has decreased significantly over the past 8 months, the coin still benefits from incredible backing from social media communities. Due to this, any collaborative buying from retail traders could push Doge towards the 35-cent level by the end of 2022. Then they say by the end of 2023, now that Dogecoin has real-world use cases such as online tipping, there's more reason for people to hold Doge for its utility. Assuming the dev team adds further use cases, we would see Dogecoin price reach 60 cents by the end of 2023. Then they say by the end of 2024, finally, it is still a tall order to reach by May of 2021's all-time high, although consistent market and more utility could help Dogecoin achieve this feat. With that in mind, many crypto analysts forecast Dogecoin could return to the US 73 cents level by the end of 2024, a 500% increase from today's price. Now, this is their prediction. The truth is, they are massively underestimating Dogecoin's ability to not only go up, but to go up quickly. They have not fully done an in-depth dive here. Now, it's reassuring and it feels good to see an analysis like that does predict Dogecoin going up within the next few years, which in investment terms is actually not that long from now. It feels like a long time when you think about it just from now until then in terms of days, but in terms of an actual investment, that's typically something where you'd maybe receive 20% returns in a lot of fields. If you're doing well, maybe 10% returns. It just depends. But to be able to go in that time period and see 500% returns, hard to beat that. That's special. That's big energy. And the crazy part is that this is honestly massively going on the easy side and underestimating what Dogecoin can do and what it's likely going to do as the use case expands, as we see NFT ability, as we see more massive projects continuing to be completed. Some of them already have Radio Doge, Dogecoin on the moon. There's really no denying that Dogecoin only requires a few big things for a crazy spike, considering how strong the community is. And those few big things are on their way almost certainly based on everything that we are seeing. They said in 2030, Doge would hit 10 cents, says Young Type S. Oh my gosh. Yeah, of course they said that. They probably did. By the way, right now we're streaming in the middle of the night, so we obviously do need extra like button pressage in order to get to the mark we want to hit. Oh, did the light, was the light on this entire time? Did it go off? Oh well, whatever. Doge will hit 1 cent. Someone said, talking about a volt inu. I'm not sure what that is, but I think maybe I actually have heard of that. Who knows what the heck's going on with that? Oh man, it looks like we may be out of battery power on our trusty light, which means we could, of course, have to do a live stream without lights? What? Awful. I don't know how we're going to be able to survive, but let's go ahead and look at this right here. You can see this is a big news announcement coming in. Telegram users can now send and receive crypto following a 2-year hiatus. By the way, YouTube right now, in terms of views, is not at our very peak because Dogecoin does not have as much energy right now and YouTube is very search-based heavy, but our Twitter has grown by like 20,000 followers in just the last few weeks. The Twitter's been going insane. It's been getting as much as 3,000 to 10,000 followers per day. So we're still gaining influence massively. Those numbers are not portraying fully to YouTube right now because of the way the YouTube algorithm works. And that's why I'm starting another channel right now, and I'm in the process of getting that set up and getting that going, which may take me a bit because I'm also trying to move. So there's a lot going on at one time, and it's a lot of work. But it's okay. It'll all work out in the end, and I will have the channel up and running, and then we can start having 2 different angles to cover there. But with Twitter, that is right now up to over 600,000 followers. So there's still a lot of energy, and our influence is still growing. It's just not necessarily happening as much on YouTube, which is why I really do need your help for YouTube, because if we are pressing like and we're sharing, if you know someone who may be interested in Dogecoin content and for cryptocurrency content, maybe tell them about the videos. That actually will help, because you may have noticed, right? YouTube is not at the same energy level that it was. Now, the content's still a lot of fun. We still have good energy with it. But in terms of the amount of people watching, it's not as high as it was. Instead, we're now getting that increase in energy on Twitter. So I'm glad I have Twitter, because if I didn't, then where would that big increase in energy come from? So fortunately, we do have that one avenue, which means our influence is still going up. But it's just not necessarily going to be the same level of energy as it will be in a bull market when it comes to YouTube specifically. But the nice thing is, everyone that's here right now, all of us that are currently here, we are the smart ones who are actually doing the research and putting in the time and effort to learn more about crypto, even in the times when the energy is not as high as it once was. That's the only way you can actually become a top crypto trader. That's the way you can get to the point where you are in a position to make millions of dollars from crypto. Everyone who's being lazy right now and not actually staying up to date, not following the information, they're not going to know when the wave's going to start. They're not going to be able to best optimize it and best catch it. Whereas those of us who are here right now, actually continuing to enjoy the cryptocurrency community, will be the ones who benefit massively from the spike when it does happen, and to understand some of the opportunities that you can capitalize on. Tesla accepting Doge easily pumps it to $1, says Young Type S. I like the sound of that. There's no question that big companies accepting, like Tesla, would absolutely have the power to do that. But yeah, if you want to press like and help this video get out to more people, it really is a great thing to do right now. The YouTube has been going up some. It's been starting to trend upward again as we have more searches, but that is going to obviously be way, way, way better. It's going to increase massively when the next Dogecoin spike happens. We will see this YouTube channel buzzing to an insane degree. Matt, did you explain? Yes. So X-Ray says, did basically what X-Ray is referring to? He was asking about Accept Crypto. Some people were saying that was a rug pull. The truth is, no, it was not a rug pull. The liquidity is all still there. The wallets, every single one that had any association whatsoever to the team or to any influencer that was associated with the team, all of that money is still there. I personally am down significantly on it because of what happened, but I care about my reputation, but most importantly, I care about everyone who invested in it, and I want to make sure that every single person has the highest chance possible to participate in the rescission. That's underway right now, so you should be checking your emails. You may get an email very shortly from actually legal counsel was hired out of pocket by everyone involved with Accept Crypto, just to make sure that things went as smoothly as possible, and the legal counsel is deciding who actually gets what amount in terms of Ethereum. Oh wow. Look at that. Oh no, what happened? Someone rugged Matt's sneeze. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's happening right now. The rescission is underway, and so that's a very positive thing. But the reason why I'm not personally, even though I am down significantly on this, I'm not personally asking to be participating in the rescission. I'm just going to take the big loss here for the sake of more money being there to go to other people. That's all I want to see happening right now, is just people seeing their money coming back. That would be great, and that would be in the form of a buyback. So it would still be under the normal market conditions. It would not be outside of anything, so that way there's no regulatory issues. The lawyers are very clear with their instructions on exactly how the team should handle it and how it should be presented to everyone, and so that's a good thing. It seems like we're going to be completely fine. Also, the Patreon still has a ton of energy. We are actually really at a high level right now in terms of the amount of people who are still on there. Some people did leave, but it was a very small percentage. We're still very strong on that right now, and that is perfect timing, because the next thing that's coming for the Patreon is a project that is unlike anything that has even been considered a pick on Patreon. Not even close. This is the type of thing that has the high-level people involved with it that are part of some of the biggest projects in all of cryptocurrency that you just want to gravitate towards. This is Bored Ape Yacht Club type of energy, and that is what is aiming and gearing to be the next focus of the Patreon. So that obviously is what you want to be excited about and staying for if you are currently on it. As we do see other stories like this coming out as well, Elon Musk's The Boring Company is now valued at $5.7 billion, even though they don't sell any products to consumers, do they? Well, kind of. I mean, they technically sell Teslas, but how exactly are they planning to make revenue? What is going to be the reason that it's actually worth $5.7 billion? Well, it's this simple. If you can make a business that the government wants, boom, you can make a heck of a lot of money. That's why it's valued at that amount. The government will want to use the Boring Company to make tunnels instead of building bridges because it could be cheaper, more efficient, and easier. So that is where the value comes in. It makes sense when you think about it from that perspective. And it would be awesome if Elon Musk decides to accept Dogecoin when it comes to his boring company. Not so boring anymore, eh? Always wanted the flamethrower as well, coming in from the young type S. Yeah, who would not want to use a giant destruction ball of fire in a stick? I mean, that's awesome. Matt Wallace, Voltinu doing huge things. Never heard of that. Matt, when is Doge 1 rocket launch that Elon promised? Oh, that's a good question. So Doge 1 satellite, I believe is what you're referring to. That is expected to be within the next few months. Kind of. Well, no, a little bit longer than that. Maybe saying that within the next few months would lead to suggest that it would be in the next 3 or 4 months. No, it's going to be in 5 or 6 months. I believe there's a countdown right now online, but I think it said 170 days or something along those lines last time we checked, which was a little bit ago. I don't remember the exact amount it is right now, but something along the lines of 5 or 6 months, I believe. Matt Wallace, look it up, please. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll see what it is, but it doesn't sound like something that we're going to want to jump on right now. Is Doge 1 on June, says Carlos M. Anyways, let's have an early boom, says Dustin. I like the sound of that. And a lot of people coming in to shill some tokens here. More than 157 million worth of ether permanently destroyed, and 3 other things to know about the record Bored Ape Yacht Club Metaverse land sale. This article is something I found to be pretty dang interesting. They sold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of virtual land. And you may think that's silly and ridiculous, and you may be right. In fact, you are a little bit right. Kind of. But not really, though, because technically speaking, this is one of the most use case heavy ways to use the blockchain technology. It is cool. You have something virtually physical, if that makes sense. Not really physical. I guess that's kind of a weird way to use that word, but a virtual physical asset. Something that is graspable within the realm of virtuality, whereas other things on the blockchain may not even be graspable whatsoever, even within the realm of virtualness. So this is a different type of thing, and I think it's cool. I will say, though, the fact that people are paying that much for it already, just on speculation, I think if you're going to invest in a metaverse project, they need to already have proven something on the table. They need to have something that they can show you evidence for. And if they don't have that, then it's safe to say that you probably should be looking elsewhere for your investment. They need evidence and proof that it will be successful. They need an actual beta test. And more than that, they need a proof of concept, I think, before you can put your hard-earned money into it, especially at this stage of the market now. If you really are good at math, what happened when Dogecoin will reach the moon, considering D equals X to the second? That's a good question. We'll just say, here's the answer. To the moon! Matt, what about Sheila? I've never heard of that. To the moon as well, says Eric Marino. And Sebastian says, Habbo Avatars NFT LOL Metaverse Project. Interesting. Never heard of that one either, but that's a funny name. Matt, what about? Oh my gosh, everyone's shilling nonstop now. It's the Matt Wallace comment section for Final Stand is becoming a show fest. It's all right if you want to show. Maybe people will look at it and be like, oh yeah, I want to buy that, or maybe they'll say that's ridiculous. I would never touch that. Matt, isn't Ratcoin bad? Says Conan O'Brien. No, Ratcoin's not bad. Ratcoin is truly disgustingly awful. When we're talking about the worst of the worst, when you think perhaps at the end of the day, a Tom Brady deflated football, that is what Ratcoin is to me. Even though Tom Brady didn't even actually do that. It was all made up. He didn't even actually deflate the footballs. It was the weather. That was proven with science. Still, Regardless of if it was proven with science or not, it just goes to show you that I will literally make any reference, even if it doesn't make any sense, just to make fun of Ratcoin because I hate it that much. It's the worst coin on the planet. Obviously, it needs to go down to the depths of the sewer where Ratcoin belongs. $0, Ratcoin, when will it happen? Imagine if one day I make Ratcoin my crypto pick. If I ever make Ratcoin my crypto pick, we'll just unsubscribe from the Patreon, unsubscribe from YouTube, never watch any of my videos again or my content again. If Ratcoin's ever a pick, that means my account was hacked. That means that you have to run as far away as you possibly can. Dogecoin to the moon, says Easy Boy. Ratcoin's going to do everything in their power to hack my account now so they can do that. I'm sure they would love it. They would love it more than anything. Record high gas fees is something as well that Ethereum is struggling with. Yuga Labs, the people behind Bored Ape Yacht Club and now behind the NFT collection and the Metaverse that they have been selling, they are actually looking at making their own blockchain. They're developing it. That right there shows you that people are moving away from Ethereum to some degree until Ethereum can actually fix some of the problems. Vitalik Buterin just came out very recently and said that he wants to see Ethereum gas fees going down below a penny. He would like to see it at half a penny or less. He believes that is the only way it can be sustainable long term, and there's some degree of truth to that. The problem is that it can go up extremely fast and crash things if it is not handled correctly. So Ethereum does need some updates. It absolutely does. CX Ratcoin, oh my gosh. What if someone made a baby Ratcoin? I bet I'm giving someone an idea out there. Dogecoin and Snowbee are going to do it. Don't forget Vitalik and Elon rep are on the Doge board. Oh, that's true as well. Yes, the Dogecoin Foundation does have an Elon rep allegedly on it. Now, technically, that could be not true. I am not 100% sure, but there were reports that said that. There were also some reports that said, no, that wasn't true, so we don't actually know if it is or not. But Vitalik Buterin absolutely is on the Dogecoin Foundation, so that one is for sure true. Elon help us, says William Amajo, and Dogecoin to the moon, it says Chris Munoz. Elon and both Inu, Dogex to the moon. Oh yeah, Mark Cuban keeps getting core. That's actually true. Mark Cuban, he said some things that I thought were really silly and off base, but lately he has been getting better. Right now, Ethereum is at the price of $2,799, Bitcoin at $37,982, BNB $385, USD coin at $1, XRP at 60 cents, Solana at $86, Luna at $82. All of them are down approximately 2% or 1% on the day. Then Dogecoin here down less than the rest at only a fraction of a percent. Thank goodness. As Binance USD down a staggering 0.01%. I don't know how people will ever recover from that. Binance USD investors in big trouble now. But Cardano as well at a 0.778, with Dogecoin itself at this price looking relatively flat actually recently. We've seen it falling on the trend line there for a while. That is where you're going to see Dogecoin with the least amount of energy. The good news is though that these don't normally last for very long. We will see a breakout to some degree soon, almost certainly, and if it does happen that we see an entire cryptocurrency crash just out of the floor and it does fall, well, at the very least we'll have something very, very, very intense that we'll be talking about. Now, that's not a good thing, right? But I would rather cover everything than only cover the positives. It's better to cover everything. I don't think anyone here is expecting that because it's unlikely as heck, but it still could technically happen, and we'll monitor it and watch it just in case. That's one of the reasons why subscribing with the notifications on is smart, because you can see anytime there's big movement quickly in the market, I will come on as fast as I possibly can and help you out to understand what's going on. Also, so you can see the information ahead of other people oftentimes. On Twitter, it's even faster. I can tweet out really fast when things happen, so make sure you follow on Twitter, MattWallace88, which has been getting thousands of followers per day. Insane growth on Twitter right now, especially after the Elon Musk buy. It's been going even more crazy. That's where the biggest influence of our entire community is right now on Twitter. Thank goodness Elon Musk is buying it. Otherwise, it would have been a little bit more disturbing that our entire influence was on a platform that was run by people who oftentimes can be pretty annoying. Let's just be honest about it. And I probably shouldn't say that until Elon Musk actually owns it. Whatever. I'm going to say it anyway. I mean, they're probably not going to see this. We'll pretend like it's because I'm brave, but actually it's because they're probably not going to see this. Let's just be honest. I mean, I like Twitter. I like my Twitter. I mean, I don't want it to get restricted or whatever by people running it. If they care. I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, a lot of us do suck. Some of them would probably admit it. Confirmed for a win, says Christopher Kelly. I mean, some employees at Twitter actually are good. We'll be honest. Some of them are good. Some of them are bad. It really just depends on the specific person. Michael says, soon, Michael, soon. We're working on it. Yeah, it's because I've just been insanely busy moving and also running this and running everything. There's been a lot going on. I have not had any seconds to even breathe. Ron says no. What is it? Should we do it or not? I don't know. Should we get the haircut or not? Maybe we should go back to the original Final Stand hairstyle. The OGs will remember the original Final Stand hairstyle. Absolutely legendary form. That hairstyle was crazy. I mean, I had fun with it. I did. Matt, please give me your opinion. I mean, it's better to have fun in life than it is to do things the way you're supposed to do them. But how can we mine Doge? Don't do it, says Dirk. No, says no one wants me to do it. That's okay. Point taken. Point taken. Don't do it. But yeah, I've actually been meaning to do that for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, the man bun. Oh gosh. What was I doing? I mean, it looked good from the front, right? You know, you had the good angle from the front. From the back, okay, maybe not as good, but that's okay. We show on camera on the front only, so it's fine. 5 years to reach $1, says Kasha. Yeah, I think we're actually underestimating Dogecoin's ability massively. Andrew says, why is he ignoring the question? What was the question? I'm not even sure what the question is. Oh, if Doge goes to $1, Matt should shave his head. Is that the question you were referring to? Oh my gosh. No, I'm not doing it. I mean, that's not going to happen. Matt with a shaved head, I would start looking like Brian Armstrong, wouldn't I? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Maybe one day. But I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.